Midwest, let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
Let's go, one more. Show it.
X3, 218, chop it.
Tighten up, tighten up. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Let's go.
A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And some space here. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. 42 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Saquon Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's been a long day for you. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Hey.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Hey, watch that.
Let's go.
2nd and 4. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Got it.
54. Mike 54. Who that? Slam.
6'6", bullet high. Right up.
On 2nd and goal. Fitzgerald on the move to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Okay, ready? Hey, Echo.
54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for
From the gun on third down, Fitzgerald. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
44, Mike, 44. Watch the pass. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep running.
Coleman now. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Darnold completes it. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Packers pick it up. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
I'm coming. Shoot.
A first down carry for Barkley. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Check.
Hey, Delta.
55.
Ready.
To throw on third down. Fitzgerald. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Let's go.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long, it's Darnold. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Trey Flowers drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. 12-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming.
Here's the 2nd and 7. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Sponge. No.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease and they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. From the gun, Fitzgerald. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch the curl. Check 43. Shift.
Get it.
He'll get this one to the Golden Donor, St. Brown. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after Cat.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you know what? And he loses the football a second time. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 25 on second down, Darnold, he'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Darnold now to throw. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 13-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead.
49ers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
This is Coleman, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Here's Darnold. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Darren Lee able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always.
Hey, Haywood.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. Now he'll pull it down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike. Hey, Alpha.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Ready up. Hey, Charlie.
Mike. Too little, cut. Mike 55.
Shoot.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzgerald. Now he'll escape to his left. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28.
On the double. Bravo. Hey, eat. You ain't. Look at me. Zipper.
Mike 55.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the screen. Check 37.
Let's go.
On the draw, this is Barkley. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This will be, 38 yards out. Oh, and Elliott has pushed it to the right. It is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a 2nd missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well.
It's a foot race. 20, 10, and he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for the Niners. Give him 69 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Take four.
Hey, Sam off. Fire.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. A tackle that time by Akella Witherspoon.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Go, go, go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fitzgerald dancing to his left. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, lock it.
Hey, watch it.
Ready.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fitzgerald. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Silver. Check 26, check 26.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Check. You ain't going nowhere.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. It's caught by Coleman. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Darnold going to lead the offense up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A first down carry for Smith. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, man.
On the draw play, Coleman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Right back to Coleman here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Here's Coleman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzgerald. That's caught by Howard. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
1st and 10.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. He's going to let this one go deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now it's Darnold. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, 60 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 24. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now, 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll go to Barkley again.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run with Barkley, and he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Coleman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
At the 19-yard line.
On the set.
Mike 5-5.
Oh, you got deep?
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.